Welcome back, everyone. Ready to dive into something kind of mind-blowing. We're talking Internet of Things today.
And the cool thing is, it's not some far-off thing, it's already here,
Yeah,
sneaking into our homes, our offices.
right. Like, I get the IoT is the buzzword, but what's it actually mean? Sometimes I feel like I need a whole glossary.
It can be a lot.
Our source, Tech Talk, calls it connecting everyday stuff to the internet. Okay, but what's that look like in real life?
Picture this, your fridge, right?
Mm.
It knows you're low on milk and just orders more by itself.
Mm-hmm.
That's IoT in action.
Whoa, hold on. No more late-night grocery runs because I forgot. I'm listening.
It's all about devices getting smart and making our lives easier. Not just convenient, but efficient too, yeah. Like that smooth flow day to day.
So more than just a grocery ordering fridge. We're talking a whole network of devices all working together. How does that even work?
Think of your smartphone. So like the conductor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all your smart devices, those are the instruments playing in tune. They talk to each other, share info through a network.
So less about each individual gadget, more about how they all connect to make things, well, seamless.
Exactly. That smart thermostat you mentioned. It can use this thing, geofencing, tracks your location so you're almost home. Bam, it sets the temperature just right.
Wait, it knows when I'm almost home. Now that feels like magic.
No magic, just really clever programming.
Yeah.
Uses your phone's GPS. Pretty slick, huh?
That's wild. Coming home to a perfectly temperature-controlled house. Talk about an upgrade. Sign me up.
See? And that's just one example. That Smart Home Systems article, they talked about smart locks, too. No more digging for keys when your hands are full.
Okay, now that is a game changer. I can't tell you how many times.
It's all about, simplifying, right?
Probably. But it's not just our homes, is it? Work has got to factor in here somewhere.
Work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole other...
And seamless isn't usually the first word that comes to mind.
You're telling me.
Yeah.
But it can be. IoT is changing things there, too.
Okay, now I'm really interested. Tell me more.
So imagine, you walk into a meeting, your presentation's already up, lights are perfect, and hey, the coffee's even brewing. All thanks to, you guessed it, IoT.
Hold up. It can make my coffee, too. This is getting better by the minute.
Right. It's about needs you didn't even know you had. Think about all the time wasted at work, searching for stuff, waiting on the printer, even just fiddling with the thermostat. IoT can fix that.
So it's not just about making life easier, though I'm all for that. It's about being more productive, too.
Exactly. And not just you, but the whole team, the whole company even. That same article talked about factories using IoT to track their inventory so they never run out of parts. No delays.
Now that's working smarter, not harder. But, okay, we've covered smart homes, smart offices. There's more to life than just work, though, right? What else can IoT do?
Well, remember those wearables we mentioned earlier? Those fitness trackers and smartwatches?
Yeah, mine seems to know when I've had one too many cookies. Kind of creepy, honestly.
That's just the start. Some smartwatches can actually detect early signs of health problems now, like heart conditions.
Seriously? So it could actually, warn you something's wrong?
Exactly. Get you to the doctor sooner, potentially even save your life.
Okay, that's amazing. But it does make you wonder. It makes you wonder.
Yeah.
How much is too much? Are these things watching everything we do?
That's the big question, right? That wearables and health monitoring article brought that up too. The more connected we get, the more we got to think about privacy, about the ethics of it all. It's a tough one.
No kidding. But even with those concerns, you got to admit, the potential here is huge. We've gone from smart homes and offices to, life-saving wearables, all in, 20 minutes?
It really shows you, like we were saying, it's not about the individual gadgets. It's the system. This whole web of connectedness changing, everything.
And we're just getting started, right? Who knows what's next?
That's what's so cool about it. We're literally building the future here, one connection at a time.
And speaking of the future, that brings us to something we wanted to leave you with, something to think about. If our fridges can order groceries, our thermostats can predict the weather, what's next? How much are we going to rely on this stuff? Is it going to be too much? Or, I don't know, it's a balance, right, between convenience and keeping some control. What do you think?
It's a question everyone's going to have to answer for themselves eventually. There's no easy answer.
Exactly. And that's all the time we have for this deep dive, but keep those questions coming, keep exploring, and we'll see you next time for another dive into the world of tech. It makes you wonder, how much is too much? Are these things watching everything we do?
That's the big question, right? That wearables and health monitoring article, it brought that up too. The more connected we get, the more we got to think about privacy, about the ethics of it all. It's a tough one.
No kidding. But even with those concerns, You gotta admit, the potential here is huge. We've gone from smart homes and offices to, like, life-saving wearables all in, what, 20 minutes?
It really shows you, like we were saying, it's not about the individual gadgets, it's the system, this whole web of connectedness
I
changing.
see.
Well, everything.
And the crazy thing is, we're just at the tip of the iceberg, right? Who knows what's next?
That's what makes this so exciting.
Right.
As we continue to weave IoT into the fabric of our world, we're essentially shaping the future one connection at a time.
And speaking of shaping the future, that leaves us with a final thought to ponder. If our refrigerators can order groceries and our thermostats can predict the weather, what does that mean for our relationship with technology in the years to come? Will we become overly reliant on these interconnected systems, or will we find a way to strike a balance between convenience and control? Food for thought, listeners. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep into the fascinating world of the Internet of Things.